Hi survivors, it's me Prepper Zan reporting to you. Hope you guys are doing well, because what's going on in this world is truly not. One thing I'm noticing since I've been back out here in Texas, I've seen a lot of more people walking. I don't know, I'm pretty sure it has to do with those gas prices, because usually you don't see a lot of people walking in Texas. You just don't. Everybody be in cars all the time. But I told myself, and I'm making it my business to continue my walks, because sometimes, when you have access to cars and these things, it's tempting. It's like it's more conveniencing and fast to get to where you gotta go, and you just go in the car. But I just refuse to let that get me out of shape again, because it did one time before, actually many times before, when I come back home to Texas, and I stop my walks and I stop my jogs because I have my car, my truck, or whatever. You know what I mean? I just refuse, and also I refuse to let the system just drain my money dry. We're living in times we have to be frugal, and we have to be wise with our spending and with our time. They want us to work ourselves to death to keep up with being able to take care of ourselves, But there's more than one way to skin a cat. Cut back on a lot of this stuff that we got used to having that we don't need. Yeah, you need your transportation. It's very important, but you don't have to get in it every time you got to go somewhere neither. When I was in New York, I got so used to walking. That's why it's good to form good habits, because your body just get used to it. And then when you not do it, your body crave for it. So then you just get back on top of it. I got so used to walking, so I started walking to my appointments. And you know how much money I was saving doing that? Because on public transportation, I don't have a vehicle in New York. You really don't need one. On public transportation in New York, going one way somewhere is $2.75 on the train or on the bus. Coming back is another $2.75. And then my doctor's appointments, whatever appointments I had in the city, I would walk an hour and a half to get there and walk an hour and a half back. And it didn't bother me at all. I got so used to walking. And I was able to save a lot of money doing that. Instead of getting on the train, the train system has become so bad in New York City. People are dying. Crazy people just run up on people, hitting them in the head with a hammer, or pulling out guns and all that. So I was like, you know what? I don't want to deal with that train. Or I didn't want to deal with the bus. They was shooting and stuff, and a bus got hit with a bullet out there in that city. I said, I'm going to walk. There's risk to walking too, in these big cities, but I just prefer to walk. So anyway, I hope you guys are exercising every single day, because in a minute we're going to see thousands of people walking on a daily basis. Go and get used to it. Exercise and all that. I told y'all this years ago, and for those who are new, y'all been hearing me preach this since you been listening to my videos. Get in shape, that way it's not gonna bother you, or your body, it's not gonna affect your body when you just all of a sudden have to start walking or cycling because you can't afford to get to where you gotta go, because the gas price is gonna keep on getting higher, y'all. And the food prices are going to get higher, because thanks to the powers of be, allegedly, they made food scarce out here. Y'all heard y'all commander-in-chief say the other day, allegedly, with the NWO. For those who know what that stands for, because I'm not going to say it. And with the food shortages, he's just not telling people to prepare for. We've been knowing that in the prepping community for years now. We're about to be facing food shortages. And that's why we've been prepping. And that's why we grow gardens and things of that nature. A lot of people probably heard him say it, and they still don't think there ain't gonna be a problem. It's a problem already. And they made it to be that way. On purpose. It's called a setup. That's what it's called. Y'all get caught off guard when y'all already seeing what these people doing. It's gonna get worse, I'm telling you that now. It ain't gonna get better. Not anytime soon. They're gonna keep on raising up these prices, making it harder for people to survive. It's gonna raise up the crime. The crime is already in record-breaking numbers, y'all. The crime is so unbelievable in these cities. So people are gonna be trying to, in the droves, gonna be trying to get out these cities, but it's gonna be too late for them. I'm here where I am in Texas right now, but I'm on my way to the country. I'll tell you that now. I'm setting it up for myself that way. I don't have time for these cities no more. I'm over it. The city life has become so low class, low grade, even for people with money. First of all, most of all, it's overpopulated. The cities are overpopulated. Number two, it's so much crime. Number three, they shooting up the prices on everything in these cities. I've had friends in rural areas, their gas is still a regular price in a lot of places, you know. One thing about the rural areas, them people don't play that. They kind of control and have more power of their jurisdictions than these cities. They ran by these ugly politicians with these ugly, nasty, evil agendas, especially these Democrat cities. Oh Lord, have mercy, Jesus. You forget about it. Everything is immoral. Everything goes. You can sell bad stuff to the masses, to the people, and get away with it. Shit. Anything that's gonna profit these politicians' pockets, they gonna let it happen in these big cities, y'all. I'm telling you that now. Now, also, allegedly, you gotta be concerned with these 5G towers in these cities, frying people's brain up. I'm telling you, when I live in the country, when I go to the country, my mind becomes so clear. And then I start studying about them 5G towers, how they be messing up things in people's minds and the animals. A lot of birds be dying and flying by them towers. It's a lot of stuff that's going on in the city just not right. The quality of food. Thank you. The quality of food is bad. They ship food from all over the place to these cities. In the rural areas, I found that a lot of the produce is right there local. So, you know, you have a better quality of life. And then you can adapt to some community living in these rural areas. You know, the people stick together. I was telling y'all about the tornado I went through in a rural area in Texas, about a couple of hours away from Houston. That whole city got together. Everybody helped everybody. I had never seen nothing like it. I was born and raised in the city. I never seen it. It's really like each man for themselves when you're in the city, in these cities, and you go through natural disasters. I know for a fact because I've been through it about 25 times. You have people start pulling together after the fact, but I'm talking about during the event, you're really pretty much on your own, unless you done got close to your neighbors. You got a couple of neighbors. You can depend on them and they can depend on you. So these times we living in, it's time for us to get it together and don't wait, y'all. Don't wait like a lot of these people waiting until something happens and then they want to try to figure it all out then. It's time for us to get it together now. We see who's in leadership. We see what they've been doing for the last couple of years. We see how they be stealing, lying, cheating. Everybody's starting to see it now. I thank God God allowed me to see right through it when they first stepped on the scene. I said, something ain't right here. I felt it. And this was at the time when I was for the left. I had no idea. God let my spirit pick right up on it. So get yourself together, get your house in order. It's gonna get worse, y'all, before it gets better. So now I feel like establishing ourselves to be as self-reliant as we possibly can. Even if we still on the grid for now, still become as self-reliant as you possibly can. Store you up a lot of food, a lot of water, a lot of supplies, a lot of ways to purify your water. You know, and learn as many survivalism skills as you possibly can, and get your body in the best shape as you possibly can. Think positive, even though we're living in a negative era. There's so much negativity around us, and there's so much negativity they constantly putting around us with the music and on TV and all this crap. Stay positive. Don't defeat yourself by thinking you're by yourself and it can't be done. Because we can do all things. When we believe, put God first, and through prayer, keep your mind right and keep your mind sane. Please follow me on my other platforms. On Patreon for survivalism classes every week. On my other platforms, the links will be in the description. If you're looking for land, I can assist you in those areas. If you're looking for bug out spots, I can assist you in those areas. If you're trying to buy land in Texas or Virginia, I can also assist you in those areas. We have survivalism gear on my website. You don't have to get it from me, but just make sure you get it. Watch this world, watch the weather. Smell your water, purify your water before you use it. Get out and exercise and drink a lot of water. Keep surviving.